and welcome along to another episode of this FM21 story, The Head Coach with me, Daniel. A journeyman series mixed with a Director of Football challenge, and today in part 103 is make or break time at Real Madrid. We've got Barcelona in the second leg of the Spanish Cup Copa del Rey semi-final, and then after playing Espanyol off camera, we'll have the second leg of our last 16 Champions League tie against Celtic. Both of them on a knife edge. Both of them, we're not currently in the lead. And if we bottle it today, we could be out of two competitions and be left with just a league title to chase. So if you're looking forward to finding out if we can do it or whether we falter on the big stage, please do chuck a thumbs up on the video. We said we hadn't had a sacking yet in this series, but in the snow at the Bernabeu in Spain in March, it might well change today. Let's go and find out if it does. If you want to stay up to date with the rest of the season though, subscribe down below and turn that notification bell on. There's daily FM21 videos on this channel, weekly content in the food channel, which you can find in the eye above, and regular live streams from Football Manager and Euros watch-alongs over on Twitch. Make sure you follow down in the description below, as we're going to be live quite a lot over the next couple of weeks. But let's go and have a look at what's been happening since you were last with me, because it didn't start particularly well, but we seem to have found slightly efficient form again. So the first game off camera, we had a bit of disappointment again. It was a 1-1 draw away at Celtic in the Champions League. We were fortunate to get a draw, by the way. Celtic dominated for 55 minutes. Klaassen nicked a penalty, and then off the bench, Fikayo Tomori shored us up defensively, and Locatelli gave us a bit of a grip on the game. But it was not a good performance. And after how we finished against Sevilla, after that drab performance against Barca in the last episode, we were a little worried. We were 4 without a win, and by Real Madrid standards, that's a crisis. However, we bounced back in the most efficient possible style. Matthew Laos back from a 1-week holiday alongside Militao to score the goals against our rivals Atletico, and then a 2-0 win with a rotated side against Eibar. Galami with a first-minute goal, and then Facundo Pellistri in the first minute of the second half made it a comfortable 2-0 win. So 3 games that we're going to play in the space of a week now, 2 of them on camera and the middle one off it. And then we've got a little breathe up before a big end to the season. Yes, we might have to focus on the Champions League at that point if we're still in. But Barcelona, Valencia and Real Sociedad is a crucial and difficult last 3 games. So let's go and get into it and see how we get on in the first of today's against Barcelona. You'll of course remember from the last episode, we've got a 1-0 deficit going into this one. Anthony with the 5th minute goal there. He is a quality winger, the Brazilian. So let's see what he can conjure up today and whether we can do anything to stop them. In the meantime, our Madrid rivals Atletico are 1 behind against Celta Vigo as well. It's still 3 points the gap at the top of La Liga, as of course Barca dropped their points against Celta too. But with our problems in other competitions, we could only be left with the league soon. El Idrisi we know is quality, Garcia the same, Anthony is starting again. It's a very good side, Diaz and Ralph at centre half, Motta right back. It's just littered with world-class talent. And yes, we knew that was going to be the case when we came to Real Madrid. We were going to have 2 or 3 very strong rivals. But with our first 11 today, we have got to find a way to get back into this. So it's Peter Alken who will start in goal for us, the German international, with Davis and Oliveira the fullbacks, Militao and Evangelista at centre-half. We've got Vitor Ferreira alongside Cobanan in the middle, Laos Fernandez and the other Fernandez in attacking midfield, Cesar and Del Rio that is of course. And then 33-goal Dave Klaassen up front. All of the front 4 in double figures now. So hopefully there'll be goals aplenty. It didn't look like it away at the Nou Camp, but at the Bernabeu, we've got a chance to put things right. Real Madrid v Barcelona. 1 goal is the slender advantage that Barca bring here. We've got the lads motivated. We've got them right up for this one. But talk is cheap in the dressing room. Talk is cheap in the tunnel interview. Let's get into the first half and see if we can deliver on the pitch. Well, just 6 minutes on the clock, and there is the light snow on the ground as Ralph heads the corner away as far as Laos. He charges down the right, no real pressure on him here, gets to the byline, he's got a man marking him and it's a good block. It's El Idrisi, the striker, who was all the way back. I don't know about you, but I'm finding this pitch quite hard to make out. With the players on it as well, the lines are great. The players, the kits, particularly us, not so much. As Parenson comes forward, was that a bit of lightning we had there? As Garcia gets to the left side of the box, oh dear. Vitinha slid in, nothing given. I mean, that could have been a red card in another universe. It was a dirty lunge, but we get away with it. Fernandez clears downfield, but it's only as far as Motta. And now Koopmeiners out to Parenson on the right. Switch of play to Garcia. It's a good save by Peter Alken. But Worry and Stein's on the counter-attack there. We almost fall behind on the night here. after just 8 minutes on the clock, but we managed to sneak it to stay at 1-0. It's a good save by Alcon. The corner's headed away by Fernandes. Now he's charging over halfway. It's a brilliant run, but Garcia's back. And Barcelona's attacking players, even early on, working all the way back into their own half and costing us a great chance at the moment. It's an Antony free kick, scored the goal early in the first leg, delivers in dangerously here, Evangelista heads clear. Fernandes will run onto it. There's a 3-on-3 for a moment. Now it's a 3-on-2. He's released Klaassen. Dave Klaassen puts it away. No mistake from the Dutchman. It's a wonderful finish. And we only need one chance to get back on terms, and that's the beauty of star quality. Real Madrid 1, Barcelona 0 on the night, and it's all square on aggregate. Now, things start to get very tasty. As we're defending a throw on the left with Arnold for Barcelona. Fernandes intercepts it though and brings it over halfway. A lot of men up in support, but Taylor makes a sliding tackle and Arnold gets there for the second time. Ruben Diaz to Taylor. Finds its way out to Garcia on the left wing. And they're coming over halfway here. Again, Barca looking good on the counter. Antony in the centre circle. Wide to Parensen on the right. Takes on his man. It's Alphonso Davies, out there. Tries to stop him from getting a crossing. Can't do anything about it. And Alcon is pretty helpless as it rattles the woodwork. Thankfully it bounces out and there's not a Barca player there. It's a very even game. This could go either way. But at the moment, one more and we'll be through. It's a good start to the game for us to get back on terms as Ruben Diaz takes the free kick to Motta and Ralph. Barca certainly having more of the possession and the territory, but they've not created too many clear-cut chances and we've had a good goal ourselves as Taylor gets it wide to Fidel Garcia. He cuts inside, nicked by Kobanan. But coming back to fitness now after a couple of eases in, it's Klaassen who tries to play the through ball and it's intercepted and cleared. But Evangelista mops up. Klaassen again to Del Rio Fernandes. Left side of the box to the overlapping Davis. Gets to the byline. Into the front post. Klaassen shot's blocked. Brilliant defending by Ralph. He was right in front of it like a shot. And he's out for a throw on the left-hand side. Probably our best chance of the match in truth. But it was the last one of the first half. At the break, it remains 1-0 on the night, 1-1 on aggregate, and this really is anyone's game. It's a fantastic tie at the moment, but who's going to go and nick it? That's the big question now. As Barcelona, with 10 gone in the second half, have a throw on the right with Motta to Antony. They're keeping it in their own half here, just playing out from the back. There's no real rush or intensity to get forward, just enjoying a spell of possession, but they've beaten the press now. El Adrizi drops deep, gives it to Antony and back to Taylor. They look really comfortable here. We do not look like we can beat them easily. As Fidel Garcia gets in again, beats the man. Brilliant effort just wide. But it's all Barca in truth. When they want to play through us, they are doing so successfully. So, Vitinha on a yellow card, replaced by Bentancur. Matthew Laus had a really poor game. Will be replaced by maybe Galami? I'm not sure. We haven't really got anyone that can play on the right, bar Cesar Fernandes there. So he'll be replaced then. Galami in the middle, Fernandes out on the right, and Del Rio Fernandes replaced by Adrian Molina. He'll have more pressure in the centre of the pitch as an inverted winger on attack. And Galami, the January signing, has a chance to be a hero again. 9 minutes to go. We've just about had the better of the stats here, despite what we've seen on camera, but it's Barca with another free kick. Evangelista heads it away. We could have done with one counter-attack here, but Barca are piling on the pressure. Ruben Diaz on the right-hand side. Stayed up from the set piece, and he's got a chance to take his man on. Davis wins it back though. Molina and Galami play it to Evangelista. Long down the left, Klaassen will run onto it. Takes on the centre half. He's been dragged wide here, but there's two in the middle of the box. The cross is blocked though. Klaassen gets there a second time. To Molina. Back to Kobanan. Molina again to Bentancur. Ruben Diaz blocks. It's into Fernandes. What a finish that is, but it's offside. There's no VAR. It looked very tight, but maybe just off. Just. We've got a throw on the left again though with Davis. We're coming into our own with these subs. Galami back to Kobanan. 5 minutes to go. We're keeping it well. We've got the pressure on. Davis overlapping in towards Fernandes again. It's a wonderful block from Arnold. It's out for a corner kick. How are we not ahead? Molina back to Kobanan from the set piece, and he's taken too long on it. We don't get away with that one. 2 minutes of stoppage time. And is it extra time or is it penalties? What do we have next? Extra time, 30 more minutes. Who's going to be able to come on? We have to say Davis replaced by Clayton. Oh, no more subs. You don't get any in extra time. Well, in that case, we just live with it. I will try once more now that we're actually in there. No more than 3 subs. This is going to be a pressure situation, and I think we could be going to penalties. It's only going to be if there's a mistake at the back. that this game doesn't go all the way. The second half of extra time is upon us. There has been nothing so far. We're going to demand more. We're going to stay positive. But there doesn't look like being any sign of an attack, let alone a goal. And it's just petering out. Extra time is quite often poor in big cup finals and semi-finals and pressurised games. And the same has happened again. So let's go and set our penalty takers. Klassen, Kobanan, Molina, Militao and Davis are the main five. We'll also then have Cesar Fernandez, Yasser Galami, and we'll set the rest as well. And we'll be back in a moment for penalties for a place in the Copa del Rey final. Here we go then. The first penalty will be taken by Real Madrid. Dave Klassen has a mixed record this season and he makes the mistake immediately. Oh, Dave, why the big game? Why does he have a good penalty taking rating? I don't get it. Barca step up for their first, no mistake there. And we trail already. This is not the position we wanted to be in. And with Kobanan stepping up second, he's not match fit, he's not confident. If it's going to go wrong, it's probably now. It's a good penalty though, you've got to give him that. He made no mistake. He hit it hard enough that the keeper couldn't save it, even when he went the right way. Anthony, the goal scorer in the first leg for Barca, the reason they're here. And again, a wonderful penalty. That extra bit of power added to the direction makes sure that we can't save it. Eder Militao, the centre-half, one of the best rated takers at the club, and he puts it in the corner. At the moment, Dave Klassen is costing us our place. And considering he's the best penalty taker at the club, he has missed an awful lot this season. But here's Barcelona star striker El Idrisi, post and saved by Alcan. I thought it was going to hit him and go back in. It came off the post, hit the keeper, but he just got his hands out in time to hold it. Molina's got to take a chance to cut us in the lead here. He does just that. He squirmed just past the keeper. It was very close. But now we've got the advantage. We're ahead. And if we save one, Barca are in big trouble. Jablonski steps up. And Alcan goes the right way, but it's just hit too well and too high. Now it's Alphonso Davies, the most tired player on the pitch. One of the most experienced players on the pitch. What will he do? He puts it in the corner. And now we're in sudden death. If Barcelona miss this, we are in the final. We don't even want to know yet if it's Celta Vigo or Atletico Madrid. We just want to know if Peter Alcan can be a hero at this precise moment. Arnold, the left-back, steps up for Barcelona after our left-back has put us in the lead. Arnold v Alcan. Alcan goes the right way, but he can't quite get a hand to it. And now it's up to Rodrigo Bentancur. Right-footed, up against the Barca keeper. Bentancur scores. Really good penalty, right in the corner. And the keeper had absolutely no chance. They are going the right way most of the time, but they're getting nowhere near them. Barcelona opt for right-back Jose Mota. Big summer signing, best right-back in the world on paper. But now he's got to beat Peter Alcan from 12 yards. And we've kept the pressure on enough. Will it be telling? Mota v Alcan. Great penalty. Calm as you like, cool and composed, just slid it into the bottom corner. And we're down to Cesar Fernandez. Left-footed against the Barca keeper. Sends him the wrong way. Probably the most emphatic penalty of the shootout. It was an absolute rocket into the side netting. And now it's Ralph, the English centre-half. The big signing from Chelsea. Barca's defence improved this summer with Mota and Ralph. The first one scored to keep them in the shootout. What would a second do? Come on, Peter Alcan. Ralph steps up. Wide at the far post. Alcan didn't move, but he didn't need to. It is Real Madrid 1, Barcelona 1 on aggregate. But we win it on penalties. Michael Ralph misses the decisive one. And Peter Alcan, without making a save, is an absolute hero to the Real Madrid fans. Into the final we go. We just about deserve it on this performance. But the first leg, we were lucky to very much be at 1. And as a result, Barca may well feel hard done by. So let's go and skip ahead. We'll play Espanyol off camera. And we'll be back in a minute for our Champions League game against Celtic. That one hanging in the balance too. And to see who we'll be facing in the final. Well, it is fitness test time ahead of the Celtic game. And Dave Klassen is available. Now, if we win this game, I will consider this the perfect episode and the perfect week. We've reached the Copa del Rey final. If we have a look, we will be facing Atletico Madrid. They won their game. Could form part of the next episode, that. At the weekend, we beat Espanyol 5-1, with all of those goals coming before half-time. In the first minute of the second half, they got a red card for an awful two-footed lunge, and then I just rested 3 of the stars. We'd rotated about 4 or 5 from the start, so the likes of Tomori, of Bentancur, of Clayton and Galami all came into the starting 11. And then we just brought on 3 more because we were comfortable, we had a 4-goal lead and we had a red card against them. So it was completely perfect. The good news with that is that Barcelona, after playing 120 minutes against us on the Wednesday night, were then put in charge of the early fixture on Saturday. And it was against Atletico Madrid and they lost it. So Atletico Madrid closed the gap to us to 7. Barcelona dropped to 6 behind. With 11 games to go, that could be the pivotal moment. For us though, we've got to get through in a Champions League because we could still be on for a famous quadruple. Let's go and see what changes are recommended because they're the 4 that would take us back to a first 11. So let's see if they're all fit to play. They are, and not only that, bar Covenant, they've all actually got a pretty light match load. So we'll play Covenant today as well. He was one of those who got a rest in the week. And then we'll take him out against Getafe if needed. But I think that's a pretty good lineup. For some reason, when the assistant picks the team, he never puts any of the midfielders on the bench. It's in the centre midfielders. And I'm not quite sure why. So we'll bring Bentancur in. We'll also bring Locatelli in. We've got Galami and Molina, makes it a strong side there. I think that's as good as we can get. So our first 11 is available for this one. It should be, or actually Evangelista's out, isn't he? That's the one who's missing. So Militao is alongside Tomori. But aside from that, it's our first 11. That should be the only change from the last game. And with that done, we face Celtic at home. It's 1-1. We got that crucial away goal late on in the first leg. And now we've got to make it count. Can we do it? Let's go and see. Well, it's a Celtic side that includes Nathan Ferguson, Jared Branthwaite, who was a hero in our Cliftonville Builder Nation at the end of FM20. Emilio Gargo is a striker that we've scouted. I've seen our director of football look at him. Lewis Cook, of course, a great English centre midfielder, or a very good young one, I should say. There's a lot of good players here. However, we are still the heavy favourites, and if we're at our best, we will win this game comfortably. Away from home, we were a million miles away from it. But that was at the end of a little crisis run. We are back in good form now. And against Celtic's 4-4-2, I'm hoping we can just overrun them. As Laus gets the ball early on, just at the end of the first minute. He's challenged, but it falls for Cesar Fernandez. He goes down the left. Good challenge from the defender. Falls for Del Rio Fernandez. He's got support in Cobanan. He tries to cut it back. First one's blocked. Second one finds Cesar Fernandez. And Ferguson blocks the shot away. Terrace up to Gargo. Takes on the centre-half Tomori. He might have beaten him there. Tomori's forcing him wide though. He's doing his bit. The cross still comes in. It finds Almir at the back stick. And our away goal is immediately cancelled out. Doesn't change a huge amount in the context of this tie. But my word, that is not the first 2 minutes we were expecting. We could be in for a bit of trouble here. Arrogance is a horrible little thing. Well, this 20 minutes has been bordering on a disgrace. Militao gets the ball back on halfway. We need to equalise quick. It's up to Fernandez, to Cobanan, to Vitinha, to Del Rio Fernandez. There's an overlap from Davis, who he finds. Can he get the cross into the box? He does to Cesar Fernandez. And we are back on terms. It took a very similar pattern to the first leg early on. But we've got a goal in the 21st minute. And I'm hoping now that will be the kick up the backside we need. The problem is we cannot afford for Celtic to score again. If they do, we'll then need 3. So we've got to be at our best defensively, as well as trying to get that goal that wins the tie. As we've got a throw on the left again with Alfonso Davis. In towards Del Rio Fernandez. Back to Davis again. Gets to the byline for the umpteenth time. Into Klaas, and it's a brilliant tackle. Steppy M with a wonderful last-ditch challenge. And it's out for a corner kick. It'll be taken by Vitinha, I'd imagine. In-swinging delivery with the right foot. To the back post. Steppy ends there again. But Cesar Fernandez picks it up. The goal scorer gets to the right byline. There's still 4 in the box from the original corner. Fernandez forced backwards though to Vitinha. And now Oliveira. Can we get it in the box? We can't. And we're back a minute later for a throw-in with Oliveira to Laus. Here he is again to Vitinha. Chance to cross into the front post. Ferguson heads away. The centre-halves for Celtic have already been colossal. And where's the defence gone? Our whole defence has just disappeared. And on the counter-attack, Celtic have scored again. This is a disgrace defensively. What on earth is going on back there? Where has this defending come from? I have not seen us part like that all season. Vitinha has gone up the other end and scored again. Fernandez sets it up. But we're still going out on away goals as it stands. And this is not the thriller I wanted. It's been an awful performance defensively. The second goal, their centre forward ran from halfway inside their own half without any pressure from a defender. That is a disgrace of a first half. We are going to dig right into these boys. We are going to throw the water bottle, get right into them. Two players a little bit upset, I don't care. That's a disgusting display at the back. As Paz takes the goal kick for Celtic long downfield. Alphonso Davies loses out in the air, but Tomori should mop up here. We need to get our third goal and ensure things up a bit. Because Celtic, not really much on the expected goals front. It is two ruthless counter-attacks where we've just parted like the Red Sea. As Oliveira comes over halfway on the right, can we finally get a chance here? Oliveira beats his man inside to Cesar Fernandez. He's been brilliant and he's nearly produced again. It's a good save by Paz to tip over. It's a corner kick. Who's going to take it? It's Vitinha with an outswinger. Chance to get the lead for the first time in this tie. Headed away as far as Del Rio Fernandez. Out to Vitinha. Back to Del Rio again. It's under hit. Vitinha gets a third chance. Back to Cobanan. His volley's blocked by the defender. Picks it up again 25 yards out. Forced back to Tomori. There's no width. There's no quality. It's just hit and hope at this stage. We're back again with Laus deep inside his own half. He's surging forward at the Celtic midfield. He beats all of them. Now he's going at the defence. Goes all the way himself. But the shot's feeble. It's tame. It's straight at the keeper. Del Rio Fernandez will be replaced by Adrian Molina. He will be the inverted winger on attack. We need to make something happen. Cobanan's on a booking. He's had a poor game anyway. Bentancur on for him. We'll leave the last one 10 more minutes. But this, look at that for Celtic. 2 shots, 2 on target, 2 goals. For us, 20 shots, 7 on target, 2 goals. Dave Klassen's not turned up. The wingers haven't turned up. And we haven't been good enough. We haven't deserved to win this game yet. Now we've got to prove it. We've got 25 minutes to do so. Still no signs, and Laus has been appalling as well. So Fernandez will go out to the right. Galami on as the number 10. We're going full attack mode here. We'll give it 5 more minutes before we go attacking. You can say don't panic at this point, but we've got to take a chance. Vitinha with a 4. What a ball in. I appreciate I stopped mid-sentence there as Tomori heads it agonisingly off the top of the crossbar. But we've got 10 minutes to avoid going out on away goals. And looking at those stats, I can't explain it. The expected goals is almost 4. And we're going to go out to Celtic. That's embarrassing. Real Madrid 2, Celtic 2 on the night. They win on away goals. The Champions League dream is over. Thank goodness we won it with Spurs, because otherwise I would be tearing my hair out right now. It might be a good thing in terms of winning a domestic treble, but that performance defensively and in front of goal was an absolute disgrace for this football club. Real Madrid go out to Celtic Football Club, and that is not the end of the episode we wanted. Well, after remarkably being stunned there, let's go and have a look at the schedule. You can see why Real Madrid haven't won a European trophy in the last 10 years, can't you? Bottled it on the big stage there. We're going to try and get through then to the middle of April. The Spanish Cup final now becomes even bigger. You said, was the Spanish Super Cup really that big? Well, we knew that there was a problem in Europe. It's a trophy we'd already won. If we can win the domestic treble, this season is a success. If we don't win the Spanish League, it's a failure. And if we don't win both of the cups, I'd still say it's not a great season. The only way it can be a very good one now is if we win all 3 of the domestic ones. The second one is coming up in the next episode. If you're looking forward to it and you did enjoy the heartbreak in that one, please do put a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe down below for daily FM21 content from 2 long-term stories. There's links to all the main playlists in the eye above, including our Euros theme one with Scotland. And there's also a link to our food channel where the first video released last weekend. Please do go and give it a try if you haven't already, and subscribe to stay up to date as we go along. It really does mean a lot as I try to get that one off the ground. There's also regular live streams on Twitch. We're going to have a very busy June over there. Loads of Euros watch-alongs, loads of Football Manager streams, and you can find a link to the channel in the description. So please do come and follow me over there. We'll be live loads of times in the next couple of weeks. But a big thanks for watching, your support as always, and disappointment in Europe has come. I'll see you next time to find out if we can recover.